said her name like she famous and shit. Like we supposed to know who the hell she is already.
Hey, that's how you waving off every. DeAja Marie.
Oh, she said her name. Go ahead, baby.
DeAja Marie.
Oh, she said her name like she famous and shit. Like we supposed to know who the hell she is already.
Down the road. That's when I knew I had it.
DeAja Marie.
Oh, she said her name like she famous and shit. Like we supposed to know who the hell she is already.
Hey, that's how you.
Yo, let me give it to you right all night. No, we ain't never gonna stop. I never had it like this before. No, gotta keep it together. Yeah, that's right. It's a real good sexual fight. Give it to you all night, right?
I'ma take you somewhere, sweet delicious taste. Only you, I'm so gifted. See the flex on the waist.
Him and his guitar player were trying to get me to the after party, but I said, I'm a good girl. I ain't gonna do that. I'm sorry.
She said, I know what happens there. I'm gonna stay home.
You don't know what kind of stuff they gonna do. I might have to whoop up some wind chum. They so nasty.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
To From Her Point of View talk show, sponsored by Isaidit Management. This is DeAja Marie.
And your girl, LeeLeeLee, the goddess.
Mm-hmm. If you would like to be a guest on our show for females only, please email us at herpointofview@aol.com.
Or if you would like to be a sponsor for this show, you can email herpointofview@aol.com.
And if you want to find me on social media, you can find me on all platforms at DeAja Marie. That's DeAjamarie, right here in the bottom of the screen as well. And I am also, if you want to find my theater work, you can find me at uatdrama.com.
Awesome. And if you want to look up your girl LeeLeeLee the Goddess, by all means, please do so on all social media platforms. YouTube, it could be YouTube Music. It could be YouTube, my YouTube channel, Flawless Streams, one word. So you can see all the kind of content that I've done, commercial, trailers for other companies, independent, including my own, and supporting other people's talent. Also, my Flawless Streams radio show is also available on there for you to see. You can also check me out on Instagram as LeeLeeLee the Goddess. And you could also find me on Facebook. So again, all social media platforms. My music is available on SoundCloud. It's available on Apple Music. I'm also on IMDb, so you can find me as a director, a writer, an actress. Your girl, she's all over the place. You can also look up my Mermaid LeeLeeLee YouTube channel. I'll be swimming around and stuff like that. Have fun. Love you.
So today, it is all about me and your girl, LeeLeeLee.
That's right.
I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about ourselves and go in about a little bit from our point of view. But I definitely. Hey, Lizzie. That's our beautiful.
Hi, Lindsay. What's up, little ninja?
So today I wanted to talk about forcing relationships. One of my biggest things, me and one of my friends were talking about the other day, is like it's really hard for me to let people go. Like it's really hard to burn a bridge with me. Like you have to really do something really terrible for me to stop like liking you or being there for you. My mom has just always been so kind-hearted that I always say like she's like a hippie. So she's like the nicest person ever. Like she would literally give you the shirt off her back if you needed it. So just forcing relationships. I feel like sometimes, when you like have a friend that they like you, but you don't like them or vice versa.
Right.
And then you guys do try to date and it doesn't really work out. And then now there's arguments and things like that when you really could have just stayed friends and then things could have been more smooth. Because it's like, do you ever feel like you have that in any of your relationships, friendships, even just doesn't have to be like a love relationship?
You hitting the nail on the head, girl. You know you're hitting the nail on the head. It's definitely like the solar flares. There's something going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's affecting our electronics. It's affecting friendships. It's affecting personal relationships.
This last month has been hard. It was.
Yeah, this is a test. We're being tested, 100%.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and especially in relationships, because we now have to also adapt to the different changes. Like another big thing with me is I'm an extreme people person, but I work remotely from home right now. So I feel like I'm like wasting, well, luckily I have this amazing talk show, but sometimes I feel like I'm wasting like my personality skills because I'm behind a computer and I would much rather be out making those relationships with people face to face. I'm more of a face to face type person, and it's like to each their own, but we are all adapting now. And some people, it's different. Like it's really like even still when all these job applications that you can do on Facebook now, like, why is that a thing? That Facebook was supposed to be like, like Facebook was like a social platform, platform, not a work platform, not a get a job platform. So it was like, I get everything trying to come together, but I feel like some of those types of things are making personal relationships kind of disappear.
Yeah, everybody's got all these different reasons to have their face in the phone.
Exactly.
Mostly the phone. Like I can't even say it's just the computer, but it's also the phone. The relationship is more involved in the phone.
Because you have to call each other, you text each other, you send each other pictures or funny memes throughout the day. Like it's not like the cutesy, you go to work and you find a note from your husband, or you leave out for work and you find a note from your husband telling you to have a great day, or writing on the refrigerator or something, like on the little dry erase board or something. Like my mom used to always write us little notes in our lunch pails or things like that. So it's like we don't get those little cute moments anymore. And it's like, you can have it.
We could, but people need to choose that. They have to choose it. Y'all hear that? You got to choose it. We ain't got to lose it. Just like we don't need to lose CDs, we still use CDs. What? Who says that CDs are old? I'm gonna slap you. You want me to get slapped? You want me to slap?
You still use CDs? I haven't seen a CD in I don't know.
Girl, don't I play games with me? Listen, I put my stuff. They said it perfectly clear. They said when I was going to perform at the orphanage, they said we accept, and I had to check to see what they accept. They said we accept USB or CD. So I brought both. Listen, I bring both just in case.
There you go, just in case. You never know. And that's smarter. And that's the thing I was saying that too about like at the movies or at the gas station. If you want people to have the option, don't take away what we used to have. If they want to choose the robot, they can go to talk to the robot. If they want to choose a person, you still like the people aren't even there to greet you anymore. They're just standing there looking at the machine, waiting for you to use the robot. Like, what are you even here for?
Exactly. So what we got going on in the comment section?
I see Lizzie, let's say, and Lindsay, I think Lindsay was on.
Yeah. Don't go nowhere now, Ninja. She said, so Liz says, sometimes people don't know this fact until they date. Sometimes people believe that a friendship will work as a couple, and sometimes it doesn't work. I think I know what she's talking about.
The first topic we were talking about.
Yeah. Where like it works as like a friendship, and then because you have to have that foundation, but sometimes they can only be friends, and then when they try to go that extra mile, then it all falls apart. And then some people, they still have that good solid foundation. But if you think about it, if you have a so-called friendship and it falls apart just because of marriage, then somebody wasn't being real. Somebody was being a fraud the whole time. And we both know that's true. Ain't that right, Lily? Okay.
And that's exactly. And sometimes even if you try, like, if that person knows like, okay, I don't know where this could go, we can try, but you also still then have to be on the same page to know that if it doesn't work out, you still want that friendship. You don't want things to change, but sometimes that's hard because that's where the thin line is crossed,
And you look gorgeous, by the way. I love your hair.
Oh, thank you.
I want to play with it.
Everybody that knows me knows I love Betty Boop, so I'm over here digging this
out.
Yeah. You lucky you so far away. I'm gonna have to borrow it.
Yes. Girl, Charlotte Rouge. I got this at Charlotte Rouge. Can you believe it? Charlotte Rouge.
I love them.
They have the anime now. It's crazy. But
wow. That is surprising. Because they only ever really had like cutesy, cutesy stuff. So it's nice
like kind of like casual wear and stuff.
Yeah.
I remember seeing this post, and I really want to know what your thoughts are on this one. I'm not so sure I don't think you commented on this, but this is I need to know. I want to know what you're gonna say. Okay, so he writes, and it's a picture of a woman, and they're two animated figures. And she's kind of heavy set on the couch. Probably looks like she had a child, maybe 3, who knows. She looks still good. She's just a thicky. And he's not really thick. And he's laying on her and holding her. And she's got the phone in her hand, like a G or something. Maybe she's handling some business. Maybe she's just texting a family member. Who knows? But in the post, it reads that in his eyes, she let herself go, and he doesn't find her attractive anymore, and he doesn't know how to tell her. But meanwhile, even as he's thinking of telling her, he's already checking out some other woman at work. So what do you think?
I feel like he's projecting something onto her that he's can't admit to himself. He wants a different woman. I mean, at this point, it's like, it's not really... If you really loved her, you would explain to her that, or encourage her, like even just start taking her. Not to say lying or anything, but instead of hurting her or like making it seem like that, you could even just make it like you guys are going out on more like hiking dates or do things to like go to the gym and just encourage her to want to do things with you or something, or flat out, of course, if that's one thing. You have to be able to talk to your person without fear of them getting mad. Because even if they do get mad, I always say that someone that can tell me the truth is better than someone that cannot walk up to me and tell me something. Because no matter how good or bad it is, at least then I know. Because you don't know, that could actually help in a sense, or change the outcome of something if you just explain things. So I definitely, I feel like he's trying to use that as an excuse in a sense. If you know, like that's just a coward. Like that's super.
Right. And then he's already talking to another woman. I'm like, what do you mean you thinking about talking to your woman? But then at the same time, you're talking to another one. Get the heck out of here with that.
Point, right. At this point, what is the point? Because you already, and it is one thing. Okay, yes, I'm sure, you know, everybody has eyes. We all looked and minds wander, things like that. But when you take the initial step to react to those emotions or feelings, that's when you're in the wrong. And you obviously, if she's at work and you're talking to her, you're already almost making that step of, you know, you have a girlfriend at home, you know you have a woman at home. So why would you even be thinking about talking to this other woman?
He needs
until
to
you figure out your situation. What was that?
He needs to train his mind.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying. Like, and he's kind of weak and cowardly, because it's like, I mean, everybody has distractions. There's plenty of men that get women thrown at them left and right. I mean, look at all these basketball players and stuff, and music artists and things like that. So I was looking at one of these comments that reminds me of the topic of this as well. It was I cannot read the name. It's in another language. But it says poofed. Oh, they don't know what real is sometimes. That's what we were kind of speaking about earlier.
Yeah.
Hard to tell the difference nowadays. So it's like, with that too, at least I guess with work, it's a little different. I was thinking more online. I was going to say he better be careful, because he might run into something that's not even real anyways. You know what I mean? Like these dating sites and apps and all that stuff. But it sounds like he probably knows her because they work together. He knows what she looks like, but still in the same sense, like, and then even if you do get with this person, how do you know she's going to be as good to you as your woman is? Just because she's pretty don't mean that she knows how to cook, clean, or do, you know, even if your woman wasn't cooking, clean and all that, whatever the case may be, she might not know how to take care of kids. She might got 18 kids herself. Then you have all this other stuff that comes with her. You don't know, you know, especially if you just work together and you thinking about talking to her. Have you yet? Do you know anything about the woman to want her more than the woman that you already invested your heart in?
Right.
Angel. Hello, Angel.
Have you ever had someone like handsome say that he just loves your ears?
That's so funny. Because do you see my ears?
Are
you talking about my ears? I cannot stand you, because I thought that was like a real question, and then I looked at my ears. They're so.
I could tell. It's a little feeling that someone had to have been licking and gnawing on those ears or something, because they're adorable.
I was gonna say it's so funny, because that is actually that's definitely a spot that will definitely make me. And it's crazy because I've always hated my ears. Like I always hated them. No. Even now, like when I wear buns and stuff, sometimes I wear bigger earrings. Like today, I just have on the little butterflies. So but usually I wear the big hoops like you when I have my hair up like this, because it distracts from how big my ears are.
Bro, no. You know what? When I was little, my mother said that certain features of a woman or of a person, if it's like a certain type of nose, if you have like a long nose, it's like sexy, like a French nose. Because you know, in modeling, us models, you know how like you have like certain, just like in my America's Next Top Model, when they teach you, oh, you know, if you have something special and unique and it stands out, and it's like it becomes then, you know, a huge, like, oh my God, fetish or something. And you know, let me tell you something. Your ears are absolutely gorgeous. I love them. They're adorable. I feel like gnawing on them my damn self. But anyways, like it's so I can see the beauty. And you know what? That's something that, you know, that's that phrase when men said, or actually men and women have said this, that all the beauty and stuff fades. If you love that person, it will never fade, regardless of the obvious stretch marks or the obvious, you know, wrinkles that may occur. That person will never lose their beauty.
Exactly. And that's the thing. It's like you're not really falling out of love with them. It's because you're changed, you know, your thought pattern. It was you the whole time, because you don't fall out of love with someone just because they changed, especially a woman that after she has your children, she would be even more glowing and remarkable to you. And then, like I said before, you would encourage to help her. And this is for, you know, her own health, or for self-esteem, things like that. It's not really because, you know, she's not what he likes anymore. It would just be to help lift and build her back to what he what he would think she would want to be physically, and being there for her regardless, even if she doesn't lose the weight right away or whatever the case may be, or stretch marks, things. I know a lot of my cousins, you know, battled a lot with stretch marks and having to use all that cream and all that stuff. And so it's like that, all of that makes a difference. And then in their mind, after already having a baby and then having to go through the physical body transformation, they need their mate, their partner there more than anything at that time.
That's right.
So you shouldn't, no matter, especially at that time, he should not be thinking, even taking 10 seconds. You had all your thoughts should be about your wife or your family, going to work to get home, not to go to work to talk to the girl. And then, living life and getting things done for your family and, working towards your relationship, not thinking about what you could do with someone. Like what's the saying? The grass is not always greener on the other side. And he's going to find out real soon. So.
Well, your eyebrows are on fleek too. You got a cute button nose, and she's got beautiful lips and ears. I mean, it's like if you'd have to be blind not to like see the beauty in a woman or a man. Like when you look at a man and you see his dimples, like, and then you smile at him and he's like, "What?" And you're like, you either tell him A or you don't tell him. Like if you tell him, you'd be like, "I just love your dimples," and he's probably gonna blush and look the other way. I don't like when a guy acts like, "Oh yeah, I know I'm hot," and then just completely doesn't even take the compliment. I'm like,
exactly. I think it's actually cuter when a guy doesn't know he's cute. It's so much cuter because it's like then, like you said, they get to blushing or like you'll get to really see the real side of them because they're like, then they try to like they'll be smiling all big and then they try to like like try to not show it so much. I'm like, okay, whatever. I saw it already. Haha.
That's right. And I love butterflies, by the way. I love butterflies. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. Shout out to all the ladies.
So much. I was gonna say we were having such a good conversation. I'm definitely gonna catch back up with these comments. But my mom, she calls me her social butterfly. So that's one of I love butterflies. That's one of my favorites. It's crazy. I don't have one a tattoo of one yet, but I feel like I want it to be something so special because I want it to relate to the social butterfly. Right. Like I was trying to figure out a way to like get social butterfly into the shape of a butterfly, like just the words.
I like that.
I'm not sure. I got to find an amazing artist. So, because I'm like, I'm not getting any more messed up tattoos.
I didn't know how many tattoos you got.
I have 8.
Really?
Yep. I have Karma. Oh, yes. All of mine because of acting and modeling. And so, especially around the time I was doing pageantry and stuff, I was always so nervous about would I have time to cover them up or, some like 3 of them are pretty big and pretty dark or, like they're colorful. So they're like, they stand out, especially on my light skin. So sometimes with set, they don't want you to have it if you don't have your release, so I can't do certain things. So I'm like, okay, the only one I want on my arm is maybe something like right here. But I've never wanted like the arm sleeves. I love them on other girls, but I do most of my tattoos on my legs.
Girl, you don't mess up that nice buttercream, nice bronze, nice caramels.
Yeah, I like having all this.
The whole thing, girl. Stop it. I look at, and then you got the freckles with the cheeks. Oh my goodness, Gucci.
What is with you? I'm loving this today. Thank you for all these compliments.
girl, what it is that I had taken a step back from complimenting my fellow ladies. Growing up, I always complimented my fellow ladies and gentlemen because I can appreciate a beautiful human being, whether it's male or female, and it's a compliment. But I grew up always being bullied as well. And one of the things that some of the kids, I was damned if I did, I damned if it didn't. And they just took me as either like a bisexual or a lesbian. I was like, listen, I am complimenting. Calm down, relax, don't get hot.
I used to hate that. I hate that because I'm the same. I'm super compliment. Yeah. And people always jump. You have to be bisexual.
Supportive. But it's true though. Like it's not, you can tell, I'm going to tell you this. There's some people, because they have met myself and they said, nobody's that happy. I'm like, you know what? If you see somebody smile, why would you try to dig and cut somebody's smile up into a frown? How do you know that deep down inside they ain't the saddest person in the world? And you over here trying to rain on their parade just because you bitter and nasty. No. And then
people are masking the pain by being nice to other people because they can't have that nice at home or at work or, so they try to go spread it. That's the people I love the most, not the people that just because they had a bad day, they want to make everybody else miserable.
Or they think you're fake. They'll be like, like you compliment them. And it's a real compliment. It's genuine. But because they're so used to the nasty from men, from their boyfriends, maybe their boyfriends just kept telling them, bad things like, girl, you need to look in the mirror, you need to put makeup on. I've had that said to me.
I remember
girl, you need to do that. Da, da, da. I'm like, now let me stop and think what you need to do. How about you need to learn how to talk to me better than that? Because that you're supposed to turn into a man. And how are you going to do that and talking to me this way? This don't sound like somebody that's on their way to being a wonderful grown man.
Right. Exactly. I definitely have had those days. I had actually my ex told me that he used to think I catfished him because of social media and then how I would be comfortably at home because I don't wear makeup every single day unless I'm acting and modeling and things like that or doing something for networking, things like that. Like when I go to my family and friends, like if it's their birthday or something and I'm going out to dinner,
it's tiring.
I might wear a little makeup and stuff, but I'm not putting on lashes and going the whole nine because my family doesn't need that they don't need, you know what I mean? Like they know they just want to see me. They wouldn't want me to spend 3 extra hours. They'd rather spend that time with me than me getting ready and, taking the time out. But yeah, he said that he thought he catfished me because online I was always, all dressed up, dolled up. But I'm like, online is my work. Like I don't just do this.
I don't even understand that when you have natural beauty. See, here's my thing. Natural
I'm like,
beauty.
Dang, what was you trying to say?
Because he's blind. He's blind. He got hit somewhere on the back of his head, maybe from a fight when he was little, and it really messed up his perception.
Yes,
it just threw it all off.
So many people tell me though, like they actually think I look better without makeup and without weave and stuff. And I think without like the weave and makeup, I'm more okay. I will say when I have like my makeup done and lashes, I feel beautiful and but I feel like a Barbie doll. Like I'm just playing a role that day. I feel like I'm acting. But when I'm myself and I'm cute, maybe like I have my real hair, even if I have lashes on, but I have a little bit less makeup and, my real hair out instead of weave. I feel more confident like that because I feel more myself. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong. I'm good at playing a role so I always feel, I can fill the shoes if I need to, but it's just definitely feels more comfortable being myself. Like I don't have to feel like I'm being poked or can't breathe because the dress is too tight or, well, not really ever my problem, but if anything could happen, you never know. But I'm talking about the dress is too tight. If the dress is too loose.
If you don't mind me asking a personal question before we go to our commercial break coming soon, has he ever had enjoyed just taking it off of you, all of it, the lashes, here, baby, let me help you take all that off. I'm gonna take it off.
So
strip you down.
I have had someone do that.
Yes.
Like really just maybe not all the makeup really per se, because I just use the makeup wipes and they probably would rip my lashes out, but like just getting me undressed and pretty much just laying me in the bed, letting me lay down and just getting me undressed and getting me ready for bed and making sure I had something to eat and everything I want before bed. So yeah.
That's sweet. That very good. Very good. I like that. Do y'all hear that?
Something very few and far between, but it's happened.
That's okay. But I wish more would do that. I wish more would know how to talk to women in general, even if they're not just hitting on them. Why is it that a guy has to be put on this act? Guys are always quick to talk about us women putting on an act. What about them putting on an act just so they can
the couple first dates? Exactly. Sweep you off your feet. The couple first dates, you want to do this and do that and be all sweet. And then all of a sudden when I fall in love with you, now where you at? Now I fell in love with your personality. I fell in love with hanging out with you. And now you want to be a new person. Like, what? Wait, where did you go? This is somebody else.
That part.
Man.
So I guess we're going to keep it going because we still have so much to cover. ladies and gentlemen. And yes, gentlemen can tune into the show because we want you to know what our thoughts are. So when we come back from our commercial break, here's some more.
Yes, we cannot wait to finish talking with y'all. See you soon.
Catching up.
Quick reminder.
It don't matter if the rain is pouring down, 'cause the way I'm feeling now, I know the sun is bound to shine through the clouds somehow, somehow. children, where's your heart? Why are you human? Sirens ringing in my ear. I don't know what the hell to feel. Can't find peace when my world is sad.
And these are my official sponsors. Shout out to business owner Dolores Green on Facebook, and please go visit her at hairbossbiz.com. You can contact her directly at hairbossbiz@gmail.com. Also, shout out to CEO of MIA Entertainment Group, film, TV, and producer, the legendary Mimi Acosta. Shout out to business owner and podcast host Sophia Latrice. She has a spa in Plainfield, Illinois, and visit her website at lenisialex.com. Shout out to CEO and radio personality Cantone. You can visit his website at streetscienceradio.com. Shout out to author and animation commercial creator Linda Gregory. You can visit her website at LeeLeeLee.com. Shout out to business owner, the elite reader and licensed phlebotomist Cherie Patterson. Call her directly at 469-340-6489. And shout out to author with both her audiobook and hard copy novel Through the Eyes of Nitsi, Denise Donnerson. Order her book today on Amazon. The celebrity interviewer, I said it, and I approve this message.
Yo, I'ma give it to you right all night. No, we ain't never gonna stop. I never had it like this before. No, gotta keep it together. Yeah, that's right. It's a real good sexual fight. I'ma give it to you all night. I'ma take some thoughts, man. She's a delicious surface. Only you to get see the fun of it.
Were trying to get me to the after party, but I said, I'm a good girl. I ain't gonna do that. I'm sorry.
She said, I know what's happening there. I'm going to stay home.
You don't know what kind of stuff they gonna do. You know, I might have to whoop up some wind chum. That's so nasty.
Hello, we are back. And just a quick reminder, as I was saying, if you would like to be a guest, female guest on the show, please contact us at herpointofview@aol.com.
Or if you would like to be a sponsor for this show, you go right ahead and send an email to herpointofview@aol.com.
Awesome. Now we can jump right back into everything. Oh my goodness, you and your questions, girl.
Hey.
Always getting it going. That was a good one. Oh,
Lizzie has a question
I was
too.
just gonna say,
Go right into it.
How do you feel about the slang "bros before hoes" and those bros supporting the man disrespecting their girlfriend? I'll let you answer that one first, Leland.
That's a no-no. That's a complete 100% no-no. And the whole bros before hoes, that is so immature.
That's like junior high. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I get it, like loyalty and all, but like if someone's doing something wrong, they're doing something wrong. I just feel like, I don't know. You should talk some sense into them for sure.
What's up with the term though, putting all women as hoes?
That too. Oh my goodness.
Bros
Yeah.
before hoes. So y'all are brothers, but then what about your sisters?
Right. Like, why? Oh, goodness. But I mean, okay, so I will say you do have, like, you know, like in certain groups where you just have that one girl that just hangs on everywhere and she's been with probably half the guys. Now, that's a little different. Now, if that's someone that's kind of being passed around, but why do you have to? Because I do get that what you're saying. Because if it's their girlfriend, it's a different thing. It shouldn't be that loyalty. The loyalty should be between the partners, the two partners, and then the friends, the bros, should be on the outside, you know, encouraging and cheering them on. Not, I mean, I don't know. I think sometimes that's so talked about now, or cute. You know what I mean? It's cute for a guy to be with more than one woman or things like that. So it's like, it's hard to distinguish, or, you know, like to really break down, because it's like, they're really technically hoes too, if you really look at it, and, you know, in that sense, because it's like, if you're allowing these actions and you know he has a girlfriend, he's the hoe. Right. So how's it bros before hoes? It should be you're talking about your own brother now. You're putting him in both categories at that point. And exactly. Thank you, Lizzie. Thank you. Thank you, Liz. Because I love your hair. Thank you. But yeah, it's kind of degrading in a sense, because it's like, you guys are really the ones that are doing it, you know, living the actions, but then the ones calling us and trying to down us and belittle us.
What about those men that end up having a sort of pregnant belly? Guys get on how one woman ends up as she gets older and things happen. But what about how sometimes the guys, they have a problem in that area of the stomach where it tends to get a little swollen, it gets big. The dad bod or the beer belly. The beer belly. And sometimes it's a medical condition and it can't be helped. So why do you want the woman to overlook that, but you're not willing to?
Exactly. That's another thing too. Like how we were talking about earlier, when, you know, when a woman starts changing after pregnancy and stuff, sometimes the men let themselves go too, and they have no excuse, because you didn't carry another living person inside of you for 9 months. But you're letting all this, because it is true. You know, some men can take the symptoms. You know, they get the same symptoms as the wife, or, you know, as the girlfriend, the mother of the child. So I do see some more. I wanted to catch up on these comments really quick. It was talking about, this kind of goes in, it's kind of like our comments, even though they were from topics before, they're still blending in, because Lizzie said, men need to realize women's body changes, especially if they have kids. Not everyone does go back how it was. And that is very true. You know, even with women from high school to their 30s, a lot of women change, some that don't even have children. So, but especially with children, and that's a beautiful thing. So I don't see how anyone could want to, you know, downgrade or belittle that. You should be happy regardless. And then, like I said, encourage.
Exactly. Now, when you get a chance, I got a question for you that's kind of candid, just a little bit before we, you know, before
no,
so
I was just catching up on our comments.
Everybody in the comments, I need y'all to listen here. All right, here we go.
There we go. You give y'all something else juicy real quick.
You know, guys, right. How do you feel about if the husband he at one point in the beginning of the marriage and a certain point of the marriage, he was decently well endowed, but then towards later in the marriage, you have a baby and your Audi is now bigger than his.
That can happen.
Yes, dear. Yes, sometimes it happens. I have not experienced this personally, thank God. But I know somebody did. What? What? You know, Audi.
I thought some people just had little. So wait a minute. So I could marry a man with a stallion, and then he could be that big again.
But it actually, like, it's like, okay, to the point where somebody's mole on their face could be bigger than what he's possessing downstairs. But at the same time, now your husband is looking at women on the internet, and he's not only just looking at women on the internet, but now he's checking them in with a package. And then you're sitting there like, wait, why are you going to another room to look at women on the internet? And then on top of it, you got some of these women that were probably born male, and you won't even touch me. My Audi is bigger than what you pack.
That's their problem, because it seems like, I mean, I don't know.
Oh, Lizzie
I was
says yes, he
thinking
can.
maybe
It goes
they've been,
introverted.
yeah. I was reading there going, I'm still over here in awe. I didn't know. I mean, I guess maybe when they got to like old grandpas, I thought, but I didn't
So,
think
but what would you do? Like, I mean, he wants you
you
to
would make
fix
me think about
yourself.
this, Lizzie.
I mean, what would you do? Like, he wants you to fix yourself. He wants you to do this, do that. But meanwhile, you even make a suggestion as far as to get a strap on and help him, but he won't use the strap on to please you. So now you're unhappy. He tells you
Right.
he doesn't want to touch you. He thinks he doesn't have to. Now what do you do? Do you stay or you leave?
Okay, so I don't know. This is hard. Well, okay, sex should not be the reason you leave or stay. I mean, you know what I mean, like a penis. But I'm still lost. I'm still lost. I'm over here like, what in the world? But yeah, I feel like so it should be the same thing. She should love him for more than just his package, and then that decide. So if she wants to leave, then that says that she was just there for that.
Well, what if, let's say, I'm going to keep throwing out, I'm making you a story. This is a tough story. I want to give you a tough story. I want to give you a tough story now.
I got you.
And now so now your daughter is treating you like the father, treating you like garbage, not respecting you, wants her way. Now you're stuck. You're like, finally, I got a child, but I wanted more children. This guy deprived me of more children, broke my ribs, and now and complains about my body, doesn't do nothing to satisfy me, doesn't say nice things, gives me flowers that, let's say he's giving you a flower that's not even your favorite flower, but he says, well, I just thought it was nice. And then knowing, and then it looks like something that is from a graveyard. I'm giving you the worst case scenario because these things are situations that actually exist and people don't really get authentic answers. That's what makes this show so different, ladies and gentlemen, is that we give you the raw, juicy of the details of the deepest, horriblest situations that don't get talked about. That's what makes us different.
My goodness, yes.
So now what you do?
What do you do with the daughter too?
What do you do with, I mean, like, let's say he don't want to touch you. Listen, to put yourself in the mindset, he don't want, especially you as an actress, but you can like imagine, he don't want to touch you. He broke your ribs. He abused you. Like he went and he saw other women behind your back, and those women in turn laughed at you, made a joke out of you, and he still has you living with him, but he wants you and him to live as roommates while raising your child together. He want to sleep in the same bed as you, but he won't touch you. He'll get himself okay and do some other crazy stuff in the meantime, but he won't make you feel satisfied. He won't tell you that you're beautiful. He don't even want you to touch him because his excuse is, you're tickling me, you're tickling me, you're tickling me. He won't let you hug.
You were supposed to leave a long time ago. They were supposed, I mean, and it's like, you definitely cannot tell anyone how to feel, a woman, man, in any situation. But if it's not bettering yourself and you feel that you're not getting anything from it,
right?
Because, sometimes there is like, some people aren't as affectionate as other people. Some people don't know how to be affectionate. So there's things that go into it. But if they don't ever make you feel special, then there's something wrong because, they obviously just, like you said, with the roommate thing, they just don't care. If you could love someone and then just tell them that you want to be roommates with them while you raise your children, you really didn't really ever care about that person.
And he wants
I mean, not to say ever, I can't say ever, but
right. And let's say he wants to be able to bring women home, but he don't want you to bring no men home. You're not allowed to bring no men home. But mind you both have a kid together. Then see that I agree with you. I would have wished a woman in this situation, any women in this situation, I understand it's very hard. But the sooner you leave someone that's immediately hurting you, your mindset, your body, your spirit, your
everything. Your self-esteem, your
yeah,
independence, your power, all of that's going to come back. You know, and it's actually going to come back even more because you're going to realize that you overcome something that you thought you never would, and something that you
yeah,
sat through, you know, that could have been life-threatening. So that'll give you that like push to know, like, I am strong, I did it. And that's the best feeling in the world, you know,
shout
and
out to all
it
the
feels
survivors.
way better.
Shout
Yes,
out to
shout
all
out
the
to all the
survivors.
survivors. And it feels way better at the end. Not at the end, but in the new beginning. It feels a lot better in the new beginning.
Yeah,
When you get to reinvent yourself and just take back all of what they took from you. So
right.
that definitely is a very, very hard one. And it's nice to know that, you know, because like just think about like way back, like our great grandparents. It used to be so much harder because they didn't have the support, or they didn't have women that stood up for themselves because they knew or they felt like, what were they going to do without a man, or things like that. Nowadays we are so luckily so blessed and independent as women, and you know, as a female society, just so many of us stand up for ourselves now, and so many of us put our foot down and have stepped out the box, broken chains, reinvented ourselves in different ways, and showed that, you know, we're not just little dainty housewives, and there's so much more that we can do. And especially when we stand together. So like you were saying with the survivors, like back then they didn't talk about survivors because that wasn't survival for them. That was almost pretty much death. That was them gonna have nothing, you know, and be kicked out in the street. A lot of their, you know, their people would disown them if they felt like they weren't doing what they were supposed to do, what is it, love thy husband and things like that. So it's like,
Oh yeah.
now that we're more independent, it is nice to have that support system. So definitely reach out to each other.
DeAja, I really wish that people would honor the vows of marriage, like
Yes.
especially the guy. Why does it seem like if the man is supposed to get on his knee and propose to the woman, and sometimes it's not just sometimes they find another cutesy way to do it, but if he's proposing to the woman, why does it seem like it becomes the woman's fault that stuff goes wrong? Like, wait, you the one that proposed to her, dude. Like, did you not do your homework? Like, why is it
Exactly.
not all her fault? I don't get it.
Exactly. That definitely is something that plays a huge part, because that shows maybe one of you all weren't ready, you know, and it's like, maybe sometimes did you rush into things, or were there things that you didn't get to talk about before, you know, before the proposal, and certain things. It's really good to know your partner before all of that, especially like we were talking about the couple weeks ago, just about knowing something before someone can embarrass you with the information. That's the same type of sense. Like, you want to know more about your partner so that things don't go wrong, so that maybe she's so nervous or things are going wrong because she wasn't ready, but she's too afraid to tell you. And she can't say no standing in front of your whole family right there. Some people don't know how to be like, well, no, we need more time. Or how do you do that if somebody just surprised you with a big old wedding, you know? So you obviously didn't really take the time to do, like you said, research, and take the time out to really get to know her or him and know what they really want.
Right.
Because,
And
so do you
want to
believe
answer
in
that question right there?
Oh, what was that one?
You want to answer Lizzie's question real quick? The one that says, "Question, ladies, what do you do if your partner's family interfere with your relationship?"
I didn't scroll all the way down. That's why I was still up reading the old ones. 1 second. You said, what is summon? Oh, there it is. What do you do if your partner's families interfere? Oh, whoo, girl. You got me started, and we only got a couple minutes left. So, whoo, my goodness. My goodness. My ex-boyfriend's mother used to hate me. And I always tried to, like, she loved me. She would love me until it was, she would buy me things, do stuff with me all the time, take me out, buy us food, get us, like, buy me clothes, tons of clothes all the time, presents, like Halloween, Christmas presents, birthday presents. Like, to everyone else, you would think she liked me. But then as soon as me and her son would get into a fight, or some, not even a fight, but like just a little argument or something, and she would get into it, or things would be going wrong with us, she would get into it, or if they were arguing, they would try to bring me into it. The woman told me she was gonna fight me before, like a grown woman, like, yes. And I always tried to say that I thought it was just she wasn't ready to let her son go. Yeah. But I really felt like it's something way worse than that, because she was so protective of him, and
she can marry her son.
I've even had one of his friends told me that because I'm mixed, does he feel that he feels that I'm not good enough for him because I'm not full black.
Wow. So, oh my God. You hit the nail on the head, DeAja.
A lot of
preach, boo-boo. Yeah. Preach.
So that has definitely happened before.
Oh my God.
With families, that's a big thing. So it's really hard to keep things separated, especially when it's someone like, I always just was nice to her. Like, I just wanted, I wanted the best for him, and that was his mother. So I tried to be as nice to her as I could, but she just always found ways to pick at me. And I'm not the type person, I'm not going to just lay down and take it. I believe in, you have to give, like, I will respect you through and through, but as soon as you disrespect me, especially we're both grown women at this point, just because I'm younger than me, or younger than you, I'm still a grown woman. And there's a way to talk to me and a way not to talk to me. So if I wanted to let a random stranger walk up and talk to me like that, why would you just come talk to me like that? Like, it just, so it's like, there's just certain things. And she just hated that I was outspoken. A lot of times she hated that I talked back to her, even though, like I said, I'm grown. So I'm not talking back to you. I'm speaking my mind. Exactly.
In your face, what?
And that's the thing. It's like some people, they push that and force that. And it's like, why would you do that when at the time, I mean, we were happy. Right. So why would you try to bring tension and turmoil? And I mean, I'm sure it was always just, she just never thought I was right for him. But, that's how some families are. My mom's always like I said, my mom just loves everybody. So you would have to like, I never did anything to this lady to physically hurt her or make her, like, there was no reason for her to not like me.
She was just looking for that excuse. She already had a problem with you from the get, and that's the truth. Everything else was a facade. It was all that was makeup. That was everything. The buying gifts, the pretend kind gestures. That's the makeup.
Yep, that was her trying to, on the outside looking in, like she was such a good, mother-in-law or mother to her son, and she's so no. It was definitely fake. But we'll talk about that in 2 weeks on our next show, into the 4th Tuesday of oh my God, look at me, October. I'm a month behind. But yes, I definitely want to bring this topic back up next show. We'll talk a little further about that. Thank you all so much for coming out tonight.
Yes.
And tune in, like I said, in 2 Tuesdays, the 2nd October, or the 4th Tuesday of October. I cannot get these dates
good
out.
Girl. You good girl. Relationships go in circles and circles. But yes, the 4th Tuesday of October, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you. Shout out for all the surviving ladies, and shout out to all the ladies who could relate to any of the things that we just dropped in and the questions. And thank you for asking all the questions. Don't forget that if you would like to be a guest or a sponsor of the show from her point of view, you can send an email to herpointofview@AOL.com. Sponsored by who?
Isaidit Management.
Yes, that's right.
Thank you all so much for your support. And as you were seeing the comments and stuff, please, we love interacting with you all in the comments. Sorry I didn't get back to some of them, but we definitely touched base on all of those in one way or another. And thanks, ladies and gentlemen, for all your amazing comments tonight.
And where can they find you at, Miss DeAja?
You can find me on all social media at DeAja Marie. I also have theater work at www.uatdrama.com. I was in a web series and the cinematographer of a 10-episode web series called Shoveling Snow. So you guys can check that out on YouTube. The website is under construction right now, but all of that is on the uatdrama.com as well. My web series and the Redemption theater play.
Ooh, so y'all got a lot of stuff to look out that has DeAja in there. Go show her some love and support. Amen. Hallelujah.
Thank you.
Look up
Same
your
for
girl,
you.
Oh, thank you. You want to look at your girl, Leader the Goddess? You look at me at any platform. You think of Facebook, Instagram. You could Google me. You could YouTube. Take your pick. I don't care. I ain't picking. But definitely give me your girl some love. I appreciate all the support I can get. And thank you, Isaidit Management, for giving this platform to us ladies. That's very powerful. What a wonderful thing to have. It's a blessing. This is a blessing.
Such a blessing. I'm so grateful for all of you all of your support, especially Isaidit Management and LeeLeeLee. I'm so grateful for you being our wonderful co-host. I love it.
I love the ears. I love them so much. I want to nibble. If you was a baby, oh my God, I wouldn't be able to put you down.
My older brother, when I was a kid, he used to rub my ears to make me go to sleep when I was a baby. It was so cute. My mom and everybody always tells me about it because now we hate. Well, not growing up, we were always at each other's nerves. So they're like, you guys hate each other so much, but you used to love each other.
It happens.
You and these ears.
No, it's not just ears. It's the nose, the cheeks, it's the lips. Nibble on the lips. Oh my goodness! And if y'all do not mind, but go check out your girl hosting Ladies After Dark on Friday night at 11 o'clock.
Oh, congratulations!
Yeah, you gotta check that one out, girlfriend. I said it. Don't forget to check me out. I love you.
Yes, amazing. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to catch up with you about it. Awesome.
See y'all next time.
Bye.
Yo, let me give it to you right all night. No, we ain't never gonna stop. I never had it like this before. No, gotta keep it together. Yeah, that's right. It's a real good, a sexual fight. Give it to you all night, right? I'ma take you some love, sweet delicious somethings. Only you, I'm so gifted. See the lights on the waves.
Player were trying to get me to the after party, but I said I'm a good girl. I didn't.
She said, I know what's happening there. I'm gonna stay home.
You don't know what kind of stuff they gonna do. I might have to whoop up some wind chum. They so nasty.